And welcome to part 2 on the Canadian side of Liberation of Caen on Let's Play Battlefield 1942. I see we've taken one of the tanks from over here. So the Germans really, I don't see any possibility of them surviving this map. We could cap them out, but even if we didn't, we've got a nice little ticket lead. And looks like the Germans are on the... Ouch. Didn't see that guy in the turret, otherwise I would have gotten in the vehicle. Germans are now on the other side of the river, and we've got this side. Now this is not a reversal. We're not in the position that the Germans were when... we're not in the position that the Germans were after I took the river flag. There are differences here. Because first of all, we've got the uncapturable base far to the south, if anyone wants to take armor from that, which is unlikely, but they could. And the other thing, of course, is that parachute spawn. We don't have to worry about German soldiers parachuting in on this side of the river. Looks like there's a tank guarding the river itself, because the Germans can take those little inflatable rafts from the river flag, but they're basically sitting ducks when they do that. And of course, the Germans also have no armor except the one tank and one or two artillery that spawn at the river flag. I guess it would be one mobile artillery and one jeep or something like that. And meanwhile, we've got armor from our main base if we want, and we've got the armor from the far northern base. So the Germans, even though it may be difficult for us to actually take that flag out from underneath them, and we saw this stalemate scenario play out a little bit on the original episode of Liberation of Caen. So we may not be able to take that flag from them, but they basically have nowhere to go, and they're just going to be leaking tickets out.
Enemy armor spotted. Infantry spotted.
That sniper engineer over there, looks like an engineer, is right next to, yeah, he's manning the stationary artillery. You don't see stationary artillery in many different maps on this game. You really only see it in the form of def guns. Now their whole team is spawning over here, so it's not going to be easy for me to get over even with some help. Just going to toss some grenades blindly over here. Their whole team's spawning in, maybe that'll hit something. And the dead guy's gear, very convenient because it's got grenades too.
Requesting reinforcements.
But if I am going to take this flag, or make a serious effort at it, I'm probably going to do so the same way that I did the successful attack with the tank, by going around from behind. The difference here, yeah, obviously they know that I'm here. So that's one key difference, so... The other problem is I can't really get in on that neutralization radius, so they're going to keep spawning in over and over again. Very short spawn time, so I'm just going to see who I can kill and drag away from the other side. Maybe maybe my team will make an effort from the other side and they can distract them. I'm not a cheater, by the way, just to make that clear. Okay, that grenade. Yeah, running out of ammunition has been a continual problem here. So the Germans managed to sneak across, I guess, and get one of the flags back. Actually, I probably didn't need to spawn over here because it looks like the team has it all settled.
Enemy infantry spotted. Roger that.
Come on. Alright. There we go. Well, I guess that did have some kind of a tactical significance there, because it destroyed my ride. And looks like I won the race to this Jeep over here. I like to use the external view in the Jeeps a lot of the time. It just gives you a better sense of the terrain underneath your wheels. You can kind of account for all the bumps and craters and hopefully take less damage.
Armor spotted.
Even the tanks take a lot of damage just driving through this area.
Enemy unit spotted.
Looks like our team has a very nice defense set up over at the bridge. No landmines or anything, but that's just as well. And I'll make another attempt at a flanking maneuver from the far side of this base. Alright, they've got at least one guy with a raft there, so he's a sitting duck. Alright, so I guess the server has crashed. There's your scoreboard if you're curious. That's kind of a disappointing end for the Canadians who are watching, but maybe I'll do another run at this map. And I'll see you next time.